Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Darcy from All About Fishing Oz, and tonight I'm here with Ty Hancock.
Hey guys.
Now, as you'll see, I'm a bit sunburned, and that's because I've just come back from the reef, and with me I've brought some beautiful Spanish mackerel, and Ty is going to show us how to cook them.
That's right.
So, how are we going to cook the Spanish mackerel tonight, Ty?
So we're just going to pan fry them in some olive oil and garlic.
Yep.
Serve them on top some caper and roast Roma tomato angel hair pasta, and serve with a beautiful fresh parmesan crisp.
Sounds beautiful. I can't wait to eat it.
Right, let's get into it. Let's fill it.
So, Ty, for how we're cooking the fish tonight, we have to fillet them.
Correct, yes.
And so, with your mackerel, it's just like filleting any other fish. You just come down behind the fin, make an incision, as you can see I've already done, and then follow along down the spine, just keeping your knife pressed against the bone and peeling the flesh away as you go. While I do this, Ty's just going to clean up these two grassy sweetlip I brought home from the reef as well for a side dish. Let's get into it.
Absolutely beautiful. Let's go. I've got one fillet now.
So that's one fillet down. Now, I'm almost through this fillet here, just a little bit longer, just a little bit more to go. Just making sure to keep this knife edge running along that bone to get all the flesh off and no bone.
Absolutely beautiful fish, these ones, Darcy.
Oh, definitely. Thanks, Ty. I tried my hardest.
Got a bit seasick, I hear, eh?
Just a little. It was a bit rough this morning, the wind was up a bit and blowing about 15 knots, but once you're out into the deeper water it got a bit calmer, the wind died off a bit, but on the way out there it was pretty rough and I did get a little bit ill.
Choppy, eh? Choppy.
Very choppy.
Never good.
It handled alright.
Caught a couple fish I see though, so that's always good.
Yeah, that's why we're out there. That's why we're out there. Alright, and that's one fillet down. As you can see, nice and clean. Avoid all the bones. You get a clean, nice fillet out of it. And in comparison, I think mine's a bit bigger than Ty's.
Size doesn't matter, Darcy. It's what you do with it, mate.
Again, just the incision just behind that fin, bring it down, and then you come down along your spine and you just follow your knife. Now these knives Ty has sharpened for us, so they're just slicing through this meat like it's paper, and it's so useful. Again, you just follow along down the spine, making sure to keep your knife running along the bones to get all the meat possible.
Just making sure I'm cutting out all the bones right now so we don't get them when we cook them up. So with these grassy sweetlip, you want to skin them. You don't have to scale them first.
And why is that, Ty?
Well, the skin won't go as crispy on them and they'll just be tough.
There you go. Useful tips brought to you by Ty Hancock.
Skin is peeling off these beautifully. It shows they're lovely and fresh.
Yes. Now, one thing you've got to remember with your fish is when you catch them and you're planning on keeping them, it's always best to bleed them straight away. It helps keep the meat a lot whiter and cleaner. And another tip is get them cold, preferably in an esky full of ice straight away, because you risk disease in your fish if you don't cool them, and it's just not worth it, really.
Okay, so I've got two beautiful fillets already, nicely skinned, deboned. I'm off to do my second one. He's a little bit smaller.
Because I've already done one side, the knife has just, I've managed to slide the knife down through between the fillet and the spine, and now I can pretty much just chop away, making sure to keep my knife along that spine, and I should just be able to peel that fillet away pretty nicely, just like that. And beautiful, look at that. Just
gorgeous, mate, excellent. You want an apprenticeship, do you?
Oh, I might consider it. Fillet number 2, get that off, done and dusted. Now these are yet to be skinned. There you go, you've got your skeleton. All the meat's been taken off, all the bones are still intact.
Sorry,
Put
mate.
this aside, no worries. Just put this aside, get it out of the way. Now, one thing to remember is don't dump your skeletons. A lot of people like to take your fish, get fish frames out after they're done with them and dump them in behind the cane paddock in this area or out somewhere in the swamp. Don't do it. There are better ways of getting rid of your fish skeletons, and
put them in the freezer, wait for bin week, bin day.
Yeah.
Beautiful, no smelling fish.
If you like crabs, they make great crab bait. Take them out. Just don't dump them on somebody's property. It's horrible. They smell, and it's just
they bring rodents and snakes and
exactly.
All
just
sorts
don't do
of
it.
vermin.
Yeah, just don't do it. There are better ways to do it. Just don't be lazy about it. All right, now we're going to skin the fish. Now, there's a really easy way to skin your fish. What you want to do is I'll set this aside. I'll set this over here. What you want to do is you get your knife and you come to your tail end and you sit your knife, you just cut away and slide in until you're touching that skin, and then you just grab your little tag end of your skin and you can just pull your skin and just have your knife run smoothly along that skin, and just pull it down and have your knife run flat along that skin, and as you pull the skin away you peel that flesh off the skin. Oh, I think I just ran through the skin there. I did a little bit.
Too sharp that knife, eh?
Just a little bit, and just peel that off. Not just worry.
So, the way I do it is totally different to Darcy's, really. So they start off the same. Knife there, about 45-degree angle. You grab your little skin, you just move your skin, hold your knife in the exact same spot, just peel back your skin. Just don't even move your knife hand, pull it off, totally nice, one beautiful fillet of fish.
Now, I like to think there's no right or wrong way. It's just how you're comfortable with doing your fish. If the way you do it works for you, then stick to the way you're doing it.
But years of practice, sorry, Darcy.
Yes, well, exactly. But if you prefer doing it this way, we'll do it this way.
So once again, if you're not comfortable doing it that way with your hand anywhere near the blade at all, there is another easy way to do it.
An important lesson that I failed to exude, I should say.
So this is another way we do it in the restaurant, because our fillets come to us in fillets like this. That's the way they come in the restaurant. So
there we go.
Once you get them, you can cut them into your portion size, however big or small you may want it. Just find it, and you can just peel it back like this. Simple and easy.
Now, another thing is your bloodline. What you want to do, a little cut down there, and just remove your bloodline. You can pretty much peel the fish away from it, but again, sometimes you just need a little
Remembering
bit of
there
help.
are big bones in there.
Yes, that's the most important reason for removing your bloodline, is those extra little bones that get in your way.
Just remembering with this fish also, excellent to keep it nice and cold. So ours has been out for about 10-15 minutes now. As soon as we finish this, straight back into the fridge.
Especially if you're busy prepping other things, that's another thing. That it's okay, you can generally get away with it if you've taken it straight from when you prepped it to into the frying pan, but if you've got other things to do after you fillet your fish, get it straight back into a fridge or freezer. It just helps it keep fresh and you stop the risk of disease.
Food poisoning is not fun.
No. Luckily, I've never had it, but...
Me neither,
I
gave it to people.
Yeah, very important to stress that. But I know people that have had food poisoning, and from the descriptions,
it's absolutely horrible.
It's not something I particularly want to go out of my way to get. So just like that, bloodline removed.
Did you know, Darcy, more people in Australia die from food poisoning than they do from shark attacks?
I did not know that.
It's a true fact.
And guys, I just want to say something. Sharks, they're not dangerous. They're dangerous, but they're not a threat to humans. We go into their territory and we harm them more than they harm us. Culling of sharks and barreling them like drum barrels and stuff, it's I don't approve of it. Yeah, I don't approve of it. If a shark swims into a beach and attacks a surfer, we're in their home, they're not in ours.
Usually a reason for it.
Yeah, just pay attention to the signs, murky water and such things. Just, you know, if you're going to be in the water and it's something you love, then learn the signs and respect the environment. You're in their home, they're not in yours, so, you know, sometimes things happen and it's horrible, but there's no reason to go out and kill every shark in sight because it did. It's not the way to go. Alright, my 2 fillets are all clean now.
So I'm portioning mine up at the moment.
I was just about to start that. You don't generally need a fillet that big.
Unless you're super hungry, right? After you've been to the reef, haven't had lunch yet.
Now, Ty, what size portions do we want for how you're cooking them?
Now, anywhere from probably 8 to 10 centimetres is a nice portion. I will end up cutting it into half so it cooks in the correct time.
Alright.
Nice and evenly.
Alright, too easy. I'll probably just leave... What do you reckon? Just leave this one? It's a bit skinny.
No, that's a beautiful one. Just take the bloodline off of it.
Yep.
This way of cutting your fish is called cutting it into goujons.
There we go. I did not know that.
I
call them chunks.
It's a French term for fish fingers.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Learn something new every day. Alright, just clean that up. Beautiful. Alright. Now, I'm going to go get these straight back into the fridge because we've got other things to prep. And it's very important to keep your fish nice and cool to risk any sort of contamination. Now, Ty, this is a grassy sweetlip.
That's a grassy sweetlip on the edge there.
Right,
you'll
so
tell it's a totally different shape.
I'm just going to lay my fillets over here. Now, you'll tell mine
You're not
are
cutting your bloodlines out.
Oh, have I left a bit behind? Oh, I have to. My bad, Mr. Chef.
Sorry about that, mate. So as we said, got to keep them back in the fridge. We're just about to put them in.
Yep. There's a siren. But, hey, what are you going to do?
Probably someone crying himself because they're not getting our fish.
Alright. Alright, these fillets are all done. I'm going to set mine aside from Ty's. Ty's are here. And this is mine over here on the edge. Alright, we'll get these back in the fridge.
Alright, I'll take that, sir.
Thank you very much, Ty. I'll clean up out here. And another thing, especially, I'm pretty sure Ty could agree as a chef, it's always helpful to clean up after yourself when you're cooking because it just saves room and time and effort if you just get it done when you're done doing it.
Especially if you clean up as you go, your things don't get as hard stuck onto your board and that. A lot easier to clean. Seeing as here, unless at the restaurant we have someone that does our dishes, here we don't.
Exactly. So clean up after yourself, saves time and effort. So the fish has been in the fridge for about 10 minutes now while we've set everything else up. What do we do now, Ty?
So now, first things first, we've got to put our fish on the barbecue. Fish will take the longest to cook. Pasta's just an minute thing. So we'll pick our nicest 2 fillets. What do you reckon, Darcy?
I think these 2 look beautiful.
They look lovely to me. I'm going to put them right there.
You can't really see them. Have a close-up of that. Look at that. How beautiful has Ty cut up those fillets. What a professional.
Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to cook them on this tray tonight in the barbecue, so they don't get burnt at all by the barbecue.
And we don't have to add anything to these, we just sit them straight on?
No, I will be. Not at the moment. I'm going to rub them up in a little bit of garlic and salt and pepper. So I've just got some olive oil. I've infused it with some garlic already, so it's garlic infused olive oil.
Look at that, this is something I prepared earlier.
Rub it up with a bit more garlic. You can never have enough.
Oh, I love garlic.
Absolutely beautiful, beautiful fresh produce, that one. A little bit of salt.
Just a little bit, and get it all covered in there.
Rub it up. Beautiful.
Is there anything you want me to do? Stand there.
You can open up the barbecue lid. We'll chuck this right in there right now.
The most important job in the whole industry is opening the lid of the barbecue.
Definitely is.
And whoosh, out comes a wave of heat. Beautiful.
So here's this fish now, ready to go. It's got our garlic and no herbs. We've got garlic, salt and pepper on there. And put this in the oven right now.
Right, we're just going to put this straight into the oven.
Not the oven, I mean the barbecue.
Well, the barbecue oven.
Okay, just put this on super high so it cooks quick. Okay, close the lid for even heating.
And we'll reopen that in... Alright, let's open it up.
Let's open it up. Beautiful.
Oh, look at that. Alright, now that our fish is almost done, we'll just slide it on over to where it's no longer heated. And we'll get over onto cooking
our pasta.
The last few things that need to be done.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do, just as a top on my fish, I'm going to rub up a couple little vine ripened cherry tomatoes. These are Australian produce, absolutely delicious and sweet.
There you go.
A little bit of salt and pepper again, olive oil.
Can't have enough. Can't have too much salt and pepper.
Oh, definitely not.
Oh, I'll get that for you.
Thanks, mate. I didn't need that one anyway.
That's one I prepared earlier, as all
Alright.
chefs like to say.
You want to chuck that in the oven, mate?
Oh, I will.
Alright, so now onto my pasta. Gonna preheat my pan there.
A handy little pan, Ty.
Yeah, mate. Oh, that hot plate. Tell you what, I've cooked with two NRL great legends, eh?
And who was that?
Mate, I've taught Scotty Prince and Jarrell Yao Yi how to cook on that one.
That is cool.
Yeah, excellent. Not very good cooks, but
There's
very nice guys.
Not very good cooks. There's history to the hot plate.
Okay, so now, a little bit of olive oil once again. Can't have enough.
Can't have enough. I'll just pretend to be a professional here and know what I'm doing.
Okay, so in this one, we're just going to do pretty basic capers, olives, Spanish onion, seeing we've got Spanish mackerel. And I couldn't help but notice on your shirt, Darcy, look what you've got. You've got a Spanish mackerel on there, mate.
It is a Spanish mackerel. I only just realised that myself.
Where'd you get that shirt from?
This
jumper, sorry.
Oh, jumper, yeah. Well, this jumper was provided to me by Wilson Fishing. I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can go check their website out. This jumper is great and it's so comfortable, and I mean, look how good that is. When you're cooking Spanish mackerel and you're wearing a Spanish mackerel, doesn't get better
What more
than
could you
that.
ask for? Okay, so I'm really just going to rough chop up these capers, olives right now.
Alright.
So if you don't know, capers are a berry, so they derive from the caper berry. These are baby capers. They're a very salty
Oh, okay.
little berry, I suppose. They're soaked in oil to preserve them.
Oh,
Right, so I'm going to start off with some onion.
I'm just going to pretend to be a professional.
A little bit of garlic in there once again.
garlic, love it.
And my capers and my olives.
Just need to be
You know what, I'm going to chuck all of them in there right now.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
Put that over there.
So what we'll do with this, just quickly toss it.
Look at that. What a professional. I couldn't do that without spilling it.
Okay, so they're just frying off real quick.
That's
Just
great.
want to get some juices out of them, really.
Yep. And what are we going to be using these for?
Okay, so this is going to be the base of our pasta.
Alright.
So our sauce, I thought I'll just go with a beautiful, fresh, flavoursome sauce. I roasted off earlier in some garlic.
This is
salt.
something he prepared earlier.
Yes. So these are just Roma tomatoes, vine ripened, Australian produce once again. Just thought I'd rough chop them up. Put them in as our sauce.
Yep.
So
Again with the tossing.
now that we're tossing this little thing.
That's never not impressive.
Okay, so that's going to be pretty much cooked now, really. So we just want to deglaze our pan with some white wine.
Look out.
Alright, so we're just deglazing it. That's just going to get all the flavour from around our pan off the pan, so it's not sticking to the pan into our pasta.
Yep.
So we need to let that reduce right down because it is white wine. If you don't let it reduce and boil, it will be very tangy.
Oh, okay. Well, there
So
you
you
go.
just want that to cook out and it'll become a nice sweet little sauce.
Alright, and how long will that take roughly?
Oh, another half a minute maybe.
Oh, nice and quick.
So just on that, I'm going to check my little cherry tomatoes.
Yes, let's not forget those.
So look at them. Beautiful. They're coming up nice and soft a little bit already. I reckon a couple more minutes on them. Our fish is looking lovely and resting. Should be absolutely beautiful. We'll just put that lid back down on there.
Yep.
So that they cook nice and quick for us.
Lovely, I'll just set this back up here.
Okay, so our pasta's, what do you reckon, deglazed, Darcy?
Oh, I'd say it's definitely gone down. It's definitely simmered down a fair bit.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
So now with this, we just want to put our tomatoes in there. That's just going to be our sauce.
There you go. That looks, I don't know if you can see that, but that is looking beautiful. How good does that look?
I'm very sorry you can't taste it or smell it, guys.
Yeah, they haven't invented taste and smell-o-vision yet, but
It'll
I
come.
assume they're working towards it.
So just toss this around, get all them flavours in together.
Intertwined. That's looking so good.
Alright, so with this, we just want to season it. Now, don't want to put too much salt in there because olives and capers are very salty.
So you've already got that high concentration of salt, so you don't want to go over top and add too much.
Now, we're just going to toss that around, get it all seasoned together. Okay, just put
Now,
that back on the heat
if
to
you're
heat
not
up.
if you're not a professional chef like Ty is, feel free to use a spoon.
We've got tongs even. We got them just for Darcy.
Yeah, just for me because I'm not very good at tossing.
Just a tosser, really?
Just a tosser. Alright.
Alright, so now tonight I thought just to be beautiful and fine, we've got some lovely angel hair pasta that I've cooked previously.
And you can see where it gets its name. It's so delicate and white and stringy. How beautiful.
Alright, so now I'm going to say this is totally heated up, ready to go.
So it's not a cooking process, it's just heating it to
Just to heat that tomato back up. Because it's been
Beautiful.
roasted, it's already lovely and soft.
Yep.
So now just put some pasta in there.
Are we going to add it to the sauce? Okay.
Yeah, we put the pasta into the sauce, get all that flavour into the pasta.
Alright.
Because our pasta's not hot, so you don't want to toss this just yet because the pasta's sitting right on top. It will fly out and land on the floor. Never pretty.
That's why you cook with a professional, because I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay, so now we can toss it.
Yep.
Alright, so
Let's
we
come over and get a look at that. How good is that looking? That, I'm not sure I can wait any longer, Ty, actually.
So just check our tomatoes again.
Yep.
Now look at them. Our skin is beautifully popping on them and oh, they're lovely. They're ready to go.
So I think you're right there. Let's turn that off, bring it down to a nice...
Alright,
cool.
so we're just going to turn that off at the moment. So with these, just going to put my tomatoes.
Oh, you can get them.
Don't want to drop them off the vine. Okay, so just pick up this tray. No, doesn't want to work tonight. Too flexible, these ones. Alright, so just going to put our fish on the bench here. Put our tomatoes on the bench.
Alright.
Get rid of this tray for now. Alright,
Again, cleaning up as you go saves a lot of effort.
So now that this one's beautiful and hot, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plate up.
Oh, here we go. This is where it gets exciting.
Take that. I'll just take this bloody
I'll just get
burner
it
away.
Removing of the bone. Again, cleaning up as you go. Can't stress that enough.
Alright, so we've got our plate here, ready to go.
Alright.
Just toss it through once again. Twirl your pasta up. It'll make a nice little dish right on the side.
How beautiful
Right in the
does that
middle.
look?
Put some of our sauce on top.
How fancy.
Now we're going to call this a main meal. This would be a main meal if you went out to a restaurant.
Alright, and look at that beautiful little pie.
Alright, so now with our fish, just to check that it is totally cooked,
Yep.
the best way to do that is if you just pull a little, because Spanish mackerel does have lines through it, you can pull it just apart real gently, and you'll see
And
that
that's
it's totally white.
Beautifully done, Ty. Beautifully
Totally cooked and it's really moist still.
That
Alright,
looks
so now
so good.
we're going to put...
I'm not sure I can actually wait till the video's over before I eat this, Ty.
No.
Say.
Okay, so our fish is going right on top like that, I reckon.
And look, I'm just going to bring this in for a closer look because that is just beautiful. Look at that. What more could you want from a meal? And that's it.
No,
is that it?
Not it just yet.
Oh, that's not it.
Alright, so I've made a beautiful Parmesan crisp because everything in our dish is super soft. You want a little bit of texture to go with it. Now, just before you plate this one up,
Look at that.
I'll a little bit of cracked pepper around the plate, a little bit on top. Then, just around the outside, just a drizzle of olive oil. Beautiful, look at that one.
That, I have to say, in the time that took to cook, that is outstanding. Such a quick and easy meal, and look at the quality. That is beautiful. Look at that. And so that is the finished product?
That's our finished product.
That
Beautiful.
is
Ready to eat.
absolutely beautiful.
Okay.
Alright, Ty, I'm really excited to get in there and taste this. How exactly, Ty, do I approach it? Do I climb on top of it? What do I do? How do I approach getting into this meal?
Alright, so what I do, take your Parmesan crisps off.
Yep.
They'll save till later, no problem at all. What you want to do is, because we're both eating it, probably won't use your hands.
Yep.
If it was just you, use your hands, go for it. But you've got to take your tomato off the vine. You don't want to eat the vine, obviously.
No, so I'll just have a go at. There we go.
Peel it off like that. Beautiful. Yeah. I would like one as well.
Oh, there you go.
Now look at that. Look how juicy they are.
That is. Oh, okay. I just tore mine apart. That's how juicy they are. It's just juicy.
Grab some fish. Don't even need a knife, really. It just peels apart.
Watch this. Ready? I'm not even going to cut it. I'm just going to put my fork on it and just pull it away from itself. How perfect is that? That is beautiful.
So now you got to try a little bit of everything together.
Alright, so I'll get some pasta. Got some of the sauce. Alright, I'm just having a bit of trouble.
Alright, let's go.
I'm just going to do it the messy way. Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Wow. That is just a massive hit of flavour. And then to add to it, that crunch.
Beautiful crunch of that Parmesan crisps to finish off in your mouth.
That is just spectacular. Can you eat this with the I'm gonna try it.
Use it as a biscuit, of course you can.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna just alright, if I can just scoop a bit of all that up onto my biscuit. That is absolutely breathtakingly tasty. That's not a joke. That is mwah, beautiful.
It's a messy thing, man.
But you don't have to be neat and tidy when you're eating. That is so good.
What would you pay for that, Darcy?
Well, I'd probably pay, I'd say, 10, 15 bucks. No, of course not. If a restaurant quality meal, I would happily pay $40 for a meal like that. That is beautiful.
What more could you ask for? Locally caught produce fish.
Now, Australian produce foods all used in it.
They were all Australian. I can't say for the jarred olives, but I definitely check on the tomato and that first because I don't like buying anything other than Australian.
Support. I'm just going to have another bit here because it's so good.
Jump in. I've brought my sister down. Would you like to try some? Come here, Sophie.
I think she would. You can't sit there and watch us enjoy this beautiful meal without having some yourself. Come on. Tell us your opinion of what this meal tastes like. After listening to us rave on about how great and
we've got to have some pasta as well.
Don't worry about being neat and tidy. It's a messy meal. Get in there.
Just smash it down.
Just go.
Mate. Get some of that sauce too.
Come on. Yep, go for it.
Beautiful.
Yep.
And napkin there.
And?
What do you say?
Come on. How good is that?
Beautiful. Just amazing.
Lovely.
There you go. What? I mean,
That's your parmesan crisp there too, mate.
yeah, go for it.
We've got some professional photos that'll be uploaded onto Facebook and Instagram from my sister Sophie.
I'll leave the links to my page. I'll leave the links to my Facebook page and my Instagram in the description. Go check them out. I'll leave a link to Ty's Instagram. Make sure you go check him out and give him a follow. He's an amazing, amazing cook. As you can see, that is absolutely beautiful. I'd just like to thank you all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Favorite if you really want to. It helps me out a lot. See you later, guys.
All about fish and odds, guys.